Welcome to the Do Something Indie Show. I'm your host, John Schmitz, and I really want to thank you for tuning in. I've really enjoyed doing these shows, and we keep getting more people interested in talking about what they're doing in the city of Indianapolis and around the area. Tonight we have the first of a three-part series, Wendy Jenkins, who has Jenkins Corner out by Brookside Park, who's doing wonderful things for kids after school as well as job training. Whatever this community needs, she's on it. Let's have a look at that now and see what she's up to. Hello, this is John Schmitz with the Do Something Indie Show, and I'm out here at
1761 Sherman Drive. We're in Sweet Eye.
Sweet Eye, and this is Wendy Jenkins, and she's doing extraordinary things out here with a bunch of kids, and you might be able to hear them in the background in the other room, but she's been gracious enough to do an interview, and I'm fortunate enough to find out what she's doing out here, and I think this is a great effort that she's been doing for a while, and we're trying to take it up to the next level a little bit. Is that what I understand?
We are.
Well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell our viewers what you're about.
So I am Wendy Jenkins. We are currently at the Jenkins Career Corner. Excuse me. We are a multi-service center. We provide a numerous amount of different services to the community. Some are free, some may cost you a little, but the majority of everything is free of charge. During the daytime, we have the grown-ups come in, they do job searching on the computers, we help them with resume writing. We even bring in different trainers to come in and offer different training. We currently just finished up a construction training class that was free to the public. You just have to be 18, commit to 2 weeks of training, and you walk away with your construction certification. Outside of the different trainings for the grown-ups, in the evening time, we bring in the kids. So we offer a free aftercare program, which is Monday through Friday. Kids come from 4 to 7. All of that is totally free. They get help with their homework. Indy Parks bring in free meals every night to the kids. So not only are they getting help with homework, they're eating, they're playing games. We do a lot of field trips and stuff, so just depending on what the weather is like, we hit the parks, we go swimming, we do horseback riding. I try to bring in a lot of things that I know parents don't have time for, but kids, I just try to intrigue all little kids' mind, just, try to provide something that they're not really thinking about, so that, later on, if not now, that they might be interested in, hey, I want to horse, or I want to, riding lessons, or I want to, groom the horse or something. So, just trying to take them outside of their boxes. And a lot of people go to school and go home and never get to see anything. So this is where I come in. I try to get them to the Pacer games, to the Victory Fieldhouse, wherever, just trying to introduce all these kids to, something good.
Something good, yeah.
Yeah, so that they, keep their minds occupied. There's a lot of crime and stuff in the city right now. What I'm trying to do is, if I can reach the babies, then we have the little kids growing up, with positive things, and hopefully they'll stay on the right track and they never have to see the juveniles or see the prisons and stuff. So I'm trying to reach them while they're little so that we don't have all the craziness when they get older. So here at the Jenkins Career Corner, we do things like at Christmas time, we give back, we do toy giveaways. We've been doing it for over 5 years now. Last year in 2019 was our biggest turnout. So we had over 1,263 kids that signed up and came through our doors. They took pictures with Santa. They got their gifts. We provided refreshments for them. Excuse me. At back to school time, we do back to school giveaways. So not only are we giving you school supplies, we do backpacks, we do school uniforms, we do free haircuts, free hairdos. We do all of this from donations. So all year long, even though like here it is, it's only February, I'm calling around looking for, donors to help us with school uniforms or the backpacks or even the toys for tots. You can't wait to the last minute because everybody is
There's a lot of
looking
tots
for it.
and they need a lot of toys.
Exactly.
So what made you get into this, where you just saw the need and said, hey, I'm the person, and that's what our show's about, do something, so you decided to do something?
A little of everything. So outside of this, I have a child care. So I've been doing child care. I say we've been shaping young minds since 1999. I have a lot of parents who come in, they're looking for different jobs or better jobs, or they need a second job. And a lot of people don't know how to do the basics with, resumes or, where should I look and stuff like that. So I was helping a few people here and there at the child care, but it became overwhelming and people wanted to just drop in and, so I was like, I'm going to just open up a building, I can do that there. We'll offer, different community resources. Around this time when I was birthing this idea, the Forest Manor Multi-Service Center was closing down. And I was like, look at God.
It's like customers.
It might have ended there, but I'm going to pick up where they left off. So during, I have a lot of different resources that I reach out to. So like at Thanksgiving time, the mayor's office supply us with vouchers that I pass out to families and stuff so that they can get turkeys and groceries and stuff from the Lucas Oil Stadium. Help people with, a lot of people come home from jail, so they're, a little hesitant on what type of jobs they can apply for. So we passed out, felony friendly jobs. We just do a great amount of things, for the community. All of that is definitely free to the community. So to try to pay the bills around the community service, in the front of our community center, we have a print shop. The print shop is called Charlie Nicole's. It's named after my stepdaughter who was killed 3 years ago in Hallville. So her name was Charlie Zinnerman. But on Facebook, she called herself Charlie Nicole's, and it's still an open case, so I try to keep her name out there, just, hopefully one day things will come together. So at this time, our print shop, we just try to get people to support it because it's definitely how we're able to keep the lights on in the building, keep the doors open so the kids will have a place to come, even down to the grown-ups. We have a lot of grown-ups that come in here looking for a better job and they don't have a high school diploma. So we definitely help them with their HSC, which is the new GED. It's called the high school equivalency. So, back to the print shop, we print anything from T-shirts to banners to flyers, obituaries, buttons, backdrops.
Valentine's Day cards?
We do. Mugs, our personalized glasses.
Really? Okay. So if you could bring it in, you can print it on it. Is that
I prefer to have it and I print it for you.
Oh,
so
okay.
You just order from me and I supply everything.
All right. And how long have you had that print shop?
4 years.
4 years, and that's how long you've been in this building?
Correct.
Now, as you can see, Wendy is quite knowledgeable about a lot of things, and we had a meeting before this, and I said, I'm going to come out and check out your spot here and see what you're doing, because a lot of people will give you this business. But
no, I'm definitely about it.
She is walking the talk on this. There you go, Steve Ross, a little plug for your show, Walking the Talk. This would be a person right here.
Call me Steve.
Yeah. And I'm just very impressed. I mean, and you're another person that's doing things mostly out of the goodness of your heart.
Yes.
And you would like to have some helpers and not really a partner, because you have it under control with what needs to be done. You just need some people to help with financial. And also some men. And I don't know what's up with you men out there about doing something, but it's not all women's work to do this.
We definitely need men to help out with the young men.
Yeah, and this is the foundation of our society. And I think what we're seeing in our city today in the last 4 or 5 years is when we don't invest in our kids, when they come
Exactly.
up through that system and they just get discarded and run amok out in the neighborhood. So these kids in here today, they're getting a meal, they're getting their homework done, and most of all, they're staying out of that element that has swallowed
Exactly.
up so many people as that have in these areas.
They're definitely in a safe environment.
So these are the type of something things that I just really appreciate. And so you have a bigger vision.
I do.
Tell me about that.
So my vision is to one day own my own building. The building that I'm have in mind is like an old IPS building because of the layout. For one, I would love to have a basketball court. I would love to have a cafeteria. I'm thinking the cafeteria may have a stage. All of this is gonna work out with different things that we do. So to have sustainability in our project, I'm gonna need to offer different things to keep us, going. So, excuse me, we're gonna throw basketball tournaments. Um, I'm checking into this software called iBeam. So it's like a projector in the ceiling. The game is on the floor, and the kids is playing a virtual game.
Oh, I
on
want
the
to do
floor
it. I want to do
system.
it.
So it's definitely we're gonna definitely have that geared towards special needs children, but also if you just want to come in and
Burn some
rent out
energy.
that area, yes. So we'll have that as well. The theater, the stage and all that part is so that we can offer different theater activities, or if we're just trying to put on whatever we're trying to put on. We want to be able to do it all within our one building.
You'd like to be inclusive now. Would you incorporate your daycare, all of that in one building so you don't have to?
Not the daycare. Everything.
It's going to be.
Daycare
It's where it is.
separate,
Okay.
and that's only because we're gonna have so many other things going on. We're gonna
Oh, I see.
how the school will be set up. It'll still be the model of the school, but like each classroom will be a different project. So in one room, you'll be able to go in there and get driver's education. Another room is for home ec. Another room is for, a whole wing of the building. I'm trying to house pregnant teenagers. So that'll
Oh,
be
you're
like
not doing too much. I mean, could you add a couple more things? Now, I just want to interrupt here for a second. I think really I should start calling you Principal Jenkins, or maybe I'm so impressed that I think you could be Superintendent Jenkins.
Okay.
Because nobody's really told you've figured this out on your own pretty much,
Exactly. I
and
know
what
there's
the
a
need
need.
is.
Exactly.
And that's the kind of pragmatism that we need in our administrators. And one of the things, I don't want to knock on all the administrators, but I know some that do a great job, but I know some that have forgotten what it's like to be a kid.
Yeah.
And you are
And they're
in
running a boot camp.
Yeah, well, there's some kids that, in my opinion, need that boot camp. Your kids in here look like you run a pretty decent ship in there.
I've found out, because I've dealt with kids for over 20 years, kids really just want love, attention, and food. So if you feeding them well and you paying some attention to them and you're providing different things for them, everything runs smooth.
Well, what I tell you, that Wendy Jenkins, she's out there getting it done and has her hands in a lot of things, which I love. And coming up, we're going to try to help take this to the next level. This is part one of our 3-part series. Next week, we have the Purdue Polytechnic kids interviewing us, and they're going to make an impact on an underserved area. I wonder what underserved area that might be. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you'll have to tune in next week to find out. But hey, let's show Wendy some love. Get online, donate. She's pretty much privately funded right now. We're going to do some things to help that out and get her going, because what she's doing has positive results. You can see them. And those kids loved me being out there. I was like Jungle Johnny. They were hanging all over me. And there was one particular girl that's going to be in the picture here, a little white shirt. She just was like wanting to help me so bad, take some pictures and get involved. So, but hey, glad you enjoyed the show. Thanks for tuning in. Tell your friends, like our pages, all that stuff. And we'll see you next week at 8. And you can see how we get interviewed by the Purdue Polytechnic kids. Thanks for tuning in.